Welcome back to Endangered Species Spotlight. This week we are talking about the Malayan tapir. This is the Malayan tapir, and these pictures are actually ones I took of the tapir that is at the Calgary Zoo. I was there over the weekend with my family, so these are my pictures. The Malayan tapir is native to a few small areas in Southeast Asia, including Malaysia, Myanmar, Thailand, and Indonesia. It used to extend up into China as well, and a few areas on Borneo, but it is locally extinct in both of those areas. It used to be rather widespread in all of the areas that it's native to, however, in recent years its population has declined rapidly, and now there's only around 2,500 individuals left in the wild. The main threats to the Malayan tapir include things like habitat loss and fragmentation. A lot of its natural forest has been cleared for agriculture, specifically of oil palms to make palm oil out of. There's also been quite a lot of fragmentation that, in addition to the habitat loss, will fragment the population so they can't actually get together in order to breed, so that leads to separate populations becoming heavily inbred or just so fully isolated that they can't breed at all, and they will just die without any descendants, which isn't good for the population. Tapirs are actually quite large animals, so they don't really have any natural predators, so all of the threats pretty much are coming from human activity, including habitat loss, deforestation, as well as casualties on the road due to cars. They do unfortunately get hit, not very often, but often enough for it to significantly impact the population. Also, some just fun facts about tapirs in general. The snout there is prehensile, kind of like a small, short elephant's trunk. It's used for gripping things, and it can, move pretty freely. Also, they have a total of 14 toes. They have 4 toes on the front feet and 3 toes on the back feet, which I just think is interesting. So while the population of the Malayan tapir is still decreasing, there are conservation efforts happening. There's multiple captive breeding programs in place where they are trying to increase the population of captive tapirs in order to release them into the wild. There's also habitat conservation, where areas that tapirs are typically found are now protected, especially in Malaysia. And there are also areas in Thailand and Indonesia that are now protected, so hopefully with these measures and the increased awareness will help the population come back at some point.